What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous there once again. I am here to do my Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Global Wars Lewiston 2018 predictions. Now, Global Wars Lewiston is the first of 4 Global Wars shows, and it happens this Wednesday, live and exclusively on Honor Club for the first time ever in Lewiston, Maine. Now, this card is stacked with 7 big-time matches, so I'm very excited to do these Global War predictions for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Global Wars Lewiston after our last Ring of Honor event, which was Glory by Honor back in Baltimore, we went 7-1. So our overall record coming in is 149-51. So we're coming in hot, and I mean on fire. We haven't had a losing record all year, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on an unprecedented 13 pay-per-view winning streak. Hopefully in this video we will make it number 14. Now this is the first of 6. That's right, folks. 6 big videos that will be up on the channel today. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch all of these videos. As always, show your support by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment section down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked the good one if you're a huge Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling fan like myself, and you're ready for this huge Global Wars event. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is to... Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, I'll have them in the comment section down below, but I'm going to do the 7 great matches that have already been confirmed. Now, let's start off with the first matchup. It is a non-title one-on-one battle between Ring of Honor's resident underdog, but a lot of people love him, including myself. He is the sesame-seeded cowboy, Cheeseburger. And Cheeseburger's opponent is the reigning Ring of Honor television champion. He is also the new PWG heavyweight champion. He is Jeff Cobb. Now, talk about a David versus Goliath matchup. This is the ultimate David versus Goliath matchup, because when you look at Cheeseburger, he's like a $150 soaking wet. He's like the size of Spike Dudley, but smaller. But this is going to be a test for the sesame-seeded cowboy himself. Because, yes, he has done pretty well against big guys like Shane Taylor, like Punishment Martinez, Bully Ray, Silas Young. But this is a completely different monster. He's done pretty well in the New Japan, in the Rumble before the Wrestle Kingdoms. But this is going to be a really interesting matchup. I don't even think the Shote is going to be enough for Cheeseburger. Then on the other side, you have Jeff Cobb coming in, the Ring of Honor television champion. I still believe he'll be the best Ring of Honor television champion they have had in a long time, because he's got speed, he's got strength, and he's got agility for somebody who's like 300 pounds. And he hasn't even been off of his feet by any move yet. So Jeff Cobb is going to be that was a fantastic addition to the Ring of Honor roster to get him, because he was a big time pickup for Ring of Honor. So coming from me in this non-title singles matchup, if you thought the matchup with Eli Easton was bad, this one's going to be even worse. And Cheeseburger is going to take a rough tour of the island. So coming from me in this matchup, I am taking the Ring of Honor television champ, Jeff Cobb, to defeat Cheeseburger. And on the next matchup, it is another non-title tag team battle. Featuring on one side, they are the biggest tag team in Ring of Honor's history, consisting of the Beer City Bruiser and the Macedon Brian Malonis, the Bouncers. And their opponents are the reigning Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions of the world. They are representing SCU, consisting of the Heavy Metal Rebel, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. Now, this matchup is definitely what I like to call a proven grounds match, because the Bouncers can knock off the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They'll be in line for a Ring of Honor World Tag Team title opportunity. Now, their matchup against the Briscoes was pretty solid, with the Briscoes beating the Bouncers, but the Bouncers proved that they can hang with any of the tag teams, and being Ring of Honor's biggest tag team in history, this Bouncers team is pretty solid. Now, I do like the Beer City Bruiser. But the Bouncers got a big opportunity here. Then on the other side, you have Scorpio Sky and Kaz coming off their big win over the Briscoes in Philadelphia the night after Glory by Honor to become the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships, and securing their jobs are safe after Final Battle, so I'm happy to say that SCU is going to be staying in Ring of Honor for hopefully a couple more years. But Scorpio Sky and Kaz are a very good tag team. The Rocky and the Apollo Creed mashup, because of how much they have done with what happened at All In, 0 Hour, with them beating the Briscoes and then beating the Briscoes to win the Ring of Honor tag team titles. This team is really damn good, and they're very, very interesting tag team to look out for. So coming from me in this non-title tag team battle, I'm going to take the team of Kazarian and Scorpio Sky to defeat the Bouncers. And now the next matchup. It is a first ever meeting between these two one-on-one. On one side, you have the former IWGP United States Champion, one of my all-time favorites in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is the flamboyant Juice Robinson, and his opponent is Ring of Honor's only Grand Slam champion, a former Ring of Honor World Champion, a multiple-time X Division champion, a multiple-time World Tag Team champion, and he is representing SCU, and he is the ring general, and if you know his music, his old TNA music, you know who I'm talking about. He is almighty and the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Now, this one's going to be a really, really good matchup. Now, starting off with Juice Robinson, this is his first singles matchup since losing the IWGP United States title at the G1 Special in San Francisco back in July. So it's great to see Juice Robinson back in a wrestling ring one-on-one. He's one of my all-time favorites, and New Japan really made the biggest mistake by taking the belt off of Juice, because that was the moment when he won it was so important, because he fought his ass off to get away from what he did in NXT with the CJ Parker thing, and then coming to New Japan Pro Wrestling, getting chances after chances after chances, and then finally winning the United States title just to lose it to Cody in his first title defense. Maybe New Japan Pro Wrestling's first bad decision they have ever made. But Juice Robinson's looking to get back into that United States title opportunity. He will get his one-on-one rematch for sure. Then on the other side, you have the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels coming off. He is going to be in the Survival of the Fittest tournament, and with SCU getting the tag team titles, his job is also safe, and he's looking to knock off the flamboyant pirate himself. So coming from me in this first ever meeting between these two one-on-one, this one's going to be a really good one, because it's the experience of Christopher Daniels against the heart and soul of Juice Robinson. So coming from me, as much as I love Christopher Daniels, I'm going to go with the flamboyant Juice Robinson to defeat the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. And now the next matchup. It is a six-man tag team battle that could turn into a Ring of Honor World six-man tag team title shot. On one side, they could be coming in as the three-time Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Champions. They're consisting of the Horror Master Vinny Marsalius, the Heavy Hitter TK Orion, and the real Ring of Honor World Champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Taven, and they are the Kingdom. And their opponents, consisting of the Boys and the former Ring of Honor World Champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Boys, let's break some hearts. He is the party peacock Dalton Castle. Now, like I said, this matchup could turn into a 6-man tag team title opportunity because the Kingdom will be facing off against the Elite at Survival of the Fittest for those 6-man tag team titles. And with the Kingdom, they are looking to once again hold some gold. And with Matt Taven being the real World's Champion, and he will be waiting in the wings at possibly at Final Battle to face whoever the Ring of Honor World Champion is. And Jay Lethal does have a world title defense against Kenny King at Global Wars Toronto on Sunday. So Taven is definitely looking to see who's going to be facing off against his real Ring of Honor World title. Then on the other side, you have Dalton Castle and the Boys. It's going to be great to see Dalton Castle and the Boys back together. That entrance is going to be fun to see with the whole feathers thing. That was the one thing I like about Dalton Castle, flamboyant as ever. And he's in the Survival of the Fittest tournament, and a lot of people's pick to win that and get a future Ring of Honor World title shot. So coming from me in the 6-man tag team battle that could turn into a 6-man tag team championship defense, I'm going to go with Dalton Castle and the Boys to defeat the Kingdom. And now the next matchup, it is a huge tag team battle featuring on one side, they are the former 9-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions of the world, and they're looking to get some revenge. And if you know their music, you know who I'm talking about. It's time to reach for the sky, boy. They are Mark J. the Briscoes, and the Briscoes' opponents are representing the Elite, consisting of first, he is a man who I believe will be holding a singles title going into 2019. He is a man who made his big impact in the G1 Climax this year, and he is the Elite's problem solver and resident dick killer. And if you know his music, his old theme, you know who I'm talking about. He is Hangman Adam Page, and his partner is the reigning IWGP United States Champion, and he is the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He will be accompanied by his beautiful wife, Brandy Rhodes, and Bernard, the Business Bear. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Of control. Do it all to get them on their feet. Crowd is here. He is the American Nightmare Cody. Now, starting off with the Briscoes first, they're coming off their loss to SoCal Uncensored in Philadelphia the night after Glory by Honor. And you can just bet the Briscoes are pissed. They're pissed that they lost the belts in a triple threat match. And they're looking to get right back into that tag team title scene. Because, again, they should be the #1 contenders for those belts. because they lost the belts. They are the rightful #1 contenders. But the Briscoes are looking to put some more hurt on a team that they know very well in the Elite. The only years that you have Cody and Hangman, who I think is the first time I've seen them tag team together. I mean, we've seen Cody and the Young Bucks, Marty and the Young Bucks, Hangman and the Young Bucks, but I've never seen Cody and Hangman together. But with this kind of duo, with the American Nightmare and Hangman, it's a deadly combination, that is for sure. So coming from me in this huge tag team matchup that has maybe implications to who can be the next #1 contender for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, I'm going to go with the Briscoes to defeat Cody and Hangman Adam Page. And now the next matchup, it is another big tag team battle featuring on one side, you have Ring of Honor's resident bully, and as Ian Riccaboni calls him, a piece of garbage, Bully Ray, and his partner is the former two-time Ring of Honor World Television Champion, a man who pushed Jay Lethal to the limit at Glory by Honor, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young, and their opponents, also representing the Elite. They are the former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions and former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and coming from me, the greatest tag team in the world today. And if you know their music, you know who I'm talking about. And Lewiston, Maine, you ready for a Super Kick Party? They are Matt, Nick, the Young Bucks. Now, starting off with Bully Ray and Silas Young, even though they hate each other, they are a pretty solid tag team. I mean, the last time we saw them in a tag team match was, I think, at Glory, Death Before Dishonor in September, and they got a very controversial win, but a W is a W. And with Bully Ray still there, I don't know why he's still there, and Silas Young being in the Survival of the Fittest tournament, Silas Young is definitely the star in this tag team. Bully Ray is just there for the sake of being there, and as Ian Riccaboni would say, there's the door, leave. He has no business being in Ring of Honor. He doesn't care about Ring of Honor. He just cares about hurting the young guys. Then on the other side, you have the Young Bucks coming off, I think, coming off their tough loss in Philadelphia and trying to reclaim the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles before SCU won it. And with the Young Bucks contracts coming up, coming to an end in January, if you watch Being the Elite, you know that clock is getting, that countdown is getting closer and closer to their deadline. And I really hope that they re-sign, because if they go to WWE, let's be honest, folks, they'll be lost in the shuffle. With the Raw Tag Team division just absolutely shit, and the SmackDown Tag Team division pretty solid, I just don't want them to go yet. I know Cody has said he's not going to re-sign with the WWE, and I really hope the Young Bucks, Hangman, and Marty Scurll stay where they are, because they are doing a lot better where they are now if they ever go to the WWE. So coming from me in this huge tag team battle that also could be a contenders match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, it's going to be definitely a super kick party for sure. But I'm going to go with the Young Bucks to defeat Bully Ray and Silas Young by any means. And now the main event, an 8-man tag team war. On one side, you have the Ring of Honor's resident submission specialist, Jonathan Gresham, the Octopus. You have the Ring of Honor veteran and a former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, Chris Sabin. You have the 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, the ace of the Juniors division, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Time Splitter Kushida. And the final member of this team is the reigning two-time Ring of Honor World Champion, the greatest first-generation wrestler in this business today. And he is the franchise of Ring of Honor. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Jay Lethal, and their opponents, all representing Los Ingobernables de Japón, consisting of Cold Skull Sonata, MX Bushi, a man that could be coming in as the new IWGP Intercontinental Champion, one of my all-time favorites, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is King of Darkness, evil, because this is evil. Everything is evil. Sudewa. All of it and everything is evil. And the final member of this team is the leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, and if you know his music, and I know you guys do, you know who I'm talking about. Ooh, Naito! He is Tetsuya Naito. Now, what an 8-man tag this is going to be. I mean, you got rivals here like Kushida and Bushi. Lito and Naito are no strangers to each other. And you got the submission specialists of Gresham and Sonata. You got the experience of Sabin. This one's going to be an amazing 8-man tag. Now, with Sabin and Kushida, they have done pretty solid in the Super Junior Tag League. And they almost look the same as the Time Splitters team of Shelley and Kushida. But Sabin and Kushida have been a fantastic tag team. And I know they have a big-time matchup in this Global Wars tour. Then you have Jonathan Gresham, like who I've said a lot of times, that this guy is a talent that a lot of people should be looking out for. A man who has pushed Jay Lethal to the limit in that 30-minute Iron Man match. But Gresham is a star in the making for sure. And then you have the reigning world champion Jay Lethal, now I think the second longest reigning Ring of Honor World Champion in history, and he's got a huge title defense against Kenny King at Global Wars Toronto for the Ring of Honor World Title. He's got Cody waiting in the wings. He's got the winner of the Survival of the Fittest tournament waiting in the wings, and he also has the Real World's Champion Matt Taven waiting in the wings. So it's going to be a very interesting Global Wars tour for the franchise of Ring of Honor. Then on the other side, you have Los Ingobernables de Japón, who have done very well in these multi-man tag team battles. They got it done last year in a multi-man tag team battle, and they always gel like a well-oiled machine that Los Ingobernables de Japón are. And with their newest member, the Dragon Shingo Takagi, Lij is definitely on the rise for sure in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So coming from me, in this 8-man tag team main event, ooh, man, this one's going to be good. I think the two weak links in this match are Sabin on Lethal's side and Bushi on the other, which is obvious. But I'm going to go with the Los Ingobernables de Japón's team of Sonata, Bushi, Evo, and Naito to defeat Sabin, Kushida, Jonathan Gresham, and Jay Lethal. En serio, ma, G, de. Tranquilo. Así nayo. And those are my Global Wars Lewiston 2018 predictions. Now I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning that 8-man tag team main event between Sabin, Kushida, Gresham, and Lethal versus Lij? Who do you have winning that first ever meeting between Juice Robinson and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels? And who do you have winning all the other matches? Let me know in the comment section below your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance, and I will see you guys later today for my Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Global Wars LOL 2018 predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.